Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Planty video. The video that I'm going to be sharing with you today is one that I have been so excited about, and that is because I am finally going to be talking about my new Ikea cabinet and grow light setup. So I have several new grow lights around my home, which has been such a lifesaver because it has been nothing but dark and gray around here, you guys. I'm serious, for weeks now. Can't remember the last time I saw the sun, but honestly it's been so helpful. And I haven't given you an updated tour on my setup, so that is what we're going to be doing today. This video is kindly sponsored by an incredible brand called Mother, and they are the company that makes the grow lights that I'm going to be talking about. And spoiler, these are my new favorite grow lights. I'm absolutely obsessed. I think that they're the best grow lights I've ever come across. I genuinely feel so lucky when I get to work with brands that I love so much. Yeah, I'm honestly so stoked to show you guys these grow lights and to tell you about them because I think that a lot of you are really going to love them as well. Okay, so the format of the video is going to be, I'm going to talk to you guys about the grow lights, let you know why I love them, and kind of show you how I am incorporating them into my setup. Secondly, we're going to be setting up my new cabinet and setting up the lights, so you'll get to see everything in action. I filmed the whole process, so I'm going to kind of edit that down and show you an overview of how that went. I should say that I've had these grow lights for several weeks now, so I've given them a pretty good test run. I've seen some pretty awesome results in that time span already. So yeah, I've just been waiting to talk about my new setup. So a lot of you have commented about my new cabinet in my videos, but I've been waiting to talk about it. Okay, and then the third part of the video is going to be a tour. So I'm going to give you guys a tour of the plants that I'm keeping in this cabinet, the plants that I'm keeping on top of this cabinet, and a couple of other plants around my house. So if all of that sounds good to you, just keep on watching. Okay, so this is the PlantSpectrum 16, and this one is going to be my model for me to hold while I'm talking. So the first thing that intrigued me about these grow lights was just how sleek and beautiful they are. Like, this is honestly the best looking grow light in my opinion. I love how minimal and modern it is. I love this black aluminum housing. I honestly just think that they are so gorgeous. Once I received them and I started unboxing them, putting everything together and turning them on, I was honestly astounded by the quality. These are seriously top notch, and I really just had the sense that Mother had thought of everything for these lights. So let's talk about the actual light that they emit for a moment. So this Millsbo wide behind me actually has the PlantSpectrum 32 as the light in it. But if you can see, just looking at the light, it looks like sunlight. It's a very natural looking light color-wise. I still have my old grow lights in this cabinet, as you can see behind me, and you can kind of see the contrast. These are like the blue-red kind of pinky toned grow lights. And then this is the PlantSpectrum. I just feel like this one looks so much better. Like, I would love to put PlantSpectrum lights in this cabinet eventually as well. So they're definitely more pleasing to look at for me, but they actually work amazing for my plants. They absolutely love them. So these are LED full spectrum lights, and the company spent a long time trying to develop grow lights that were very similar to actual sunlight. So that's what these are. They're perfect for all stages of plant growth as well. You can grow seedlings all the way up to mature plants, and you can actually grow food with these as well. I know that sometimes you can't grow herbs and stuff like that with certain grow lights. The flavor won't really turn out, but these you can use for your herbs, your microgreens, and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so another huge thing that I was really wowed by when I found this out about these grow lights is how sustainable they are, and I think that a lot of you guys are going to appreciate this as well. So first of all, the aluminum housing is actually recycled material, which is awesome. Love that. But what's even cooler is that at the end of the lifespan of your LED panel here, you can actually replace it, like just the LED part. So you don't have to trash this whole thing, which is freaking amazing because I hate that, especially with electronics. I hate just having to toss something. Like, I want to be able to keep something and use something for as long as possible. So these things are gonna last you a lifetime and save you money too, because it just costs a fraction of the price to replace the LED panel. So I just thought that that was so amazing, and I haven't heard of anyone else doing that yet. So kudos to Mother, honestly. Okay, and then there's so many features that I love about these grow lights. I'm trying to get everything covered for you guys, but I love how versatile they are. You can pretty much use this for any setup that I can think of. So as you can see, the one I'm holding has this base attached to it. So this one actually sits on my desk and just faces a plant, which is really nice. So you can just set this on a shelf or set this on a table or whatever like flat surface that you have. And this just like screws on and off. So they do have a couple of different attachments that you can use to mount these different ways if you don't want to just place them vertically. So first of all, there is a track along the top, if you can see that right there. And you can actually insert, you have to unscrew the end, and then you can insert these little sliders, which can assist you if you want to mount like on a shelf or something like that. And then they also have these sticky pad attachments that go on each end, and then you can use that to mount, say, under a shelf, on the top of your cabinet here, or I guess you could even use it like vertically if you had a space on the wall that you wanted to mount one of these. Like you can honestly do so many different things with these. So that's another reason why they'll last you so many years to come, because you can replace this, you can mount them in pretty much any setup that you'll ever have. I just think that's so cool. I love the versatility aspect because it's so stressful when something just doesn't really work with your setup and it's just gets complicated to rig things up and whatnot. Do you guys remember when I had that light hanging by twine for like a year? I'm not trying to throw shade at those lights, by the way. I like them, but I love these ones. Okay, so you've been listening to me talk about how amazing these grow lights are. Now I'm sure you're wondering how my plants are doing with them, and I can't wait to show you that because you guys, they're doing so well. I've had tons of new growth, and I really just couldn't be happier with the results. I don't know why when I moved here I had this idea in my head that I was not going to get any grow lights. I was just gonna kind of try to go the natural route, and I honestly, my power has been flickering so much. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it is so dark here for months on end that my plants just, you know, they're honestly being saved by these lights. So thank you, Mother. Okay, so next I'm gonna roll the footage of setting up this cabinet and setting up the lights. Now, I was debating for a long time what shelf situation I was going to put here in front of this window in my living room. And I was thinking that I was just gonna do like a traditional shelf for a long time, and then it came to me that this was like the perfect spot for the Millsbow wide. And the reason that I decided to go with that and why I wanted to have this particular setup is because I wanted to utilize the space on top for plants as well. And that leaves me a lot of room to put my plants on moss poles and taller plants up there. I'm so glad that I went with this setup because it's working so well so far. I love the way it looks. And the light that I have up there really just like levels everything up. I cannot wait to show you guys. So let's just roll the footage of me putting this bad boy together. Okay, so here is an overview of the whole setup that I have going on. That bowl under there is for me to pop outside when it's raining to try to collect rainwater, but I never seem to remember. So as you can see, I have this light here that provides for the plants that are on the top of the cabinet, as well as the window. Normally the blinds are open, but like I said, it's just so dark in the winter, so I'm really glad that they have this consistent bright lighting. And it's really awesome because I hung up my string of hearts, as you can see, and it's giving more light to the bottom growth. Like the strands are getting some light from it as well, which is really nice. I guess I'll start with my setup on the top here, and then we'll move down to inside the cabinet. So this light that I have here on the top is actually their indoor garden setup, which has just proven to be so perfect for the top of the Millsbo wide cabinet. So it includes their full spectrum LED light, and then it's on these, I don't know what these are called, like legs mount situation, as you can see. And this is, oh gosh, I forget how high these are. I want to say 22 inches, but I'm not sure. I'll put it on the screen. Anyways, you can kind of see, like in size comparison, they're a pretty decent height. They actually came with watering trays to go underneath. It comes as a whole setup, but I decided to skip the trays and just put my plants as they are. I was thinking about maybe using those trays in the future to do like a semi-hydro setup. Like I could put my plants in pon or leca and then just fill some water in the trays. So I'm going to keep that in mind. I might experiment with that later on, but for now I just really wanted to focus on providing these plants with some extra light. As you can see, I have a lot of my cactus and succulents here, and they are absolutely loving this light. Like I cannot even tell you guys, look at my monkey tail. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how much this plant has grown. It's absolutely incredible. I actually think that this light saved my baby monkey tail. If you watched my plant tour from before I had this set up, they were not doing well at all. I need to move this leaf a little bit because it's totally covering that one. There we go. But I'm happy to report that they're doing really well now. So let's start over on this end. So as you can see right here on the end, I have my Nepenthes, my pitcher plant, which is doing really well, especially considering it's the winter. Usually it kind of loses its pitchers in the winter and isn't as happy, but it's still been doing awesome. We actually have a baby pitcher back here. Look how cute that is. Yeah, it looks really green and vibrant, and it's doing really great. And then right here, I actually just put this here the other day. This is my attempt at saving my Calathea Worshawixii. I found out that it was rotting, and that's why it's been so unhappy. I've been saying for like 2 months now that it's been unhappy, and I finally unpotted it and discovered that, so say a prayer, we shall see. I just kind of have it like off to the side of the grow light, so it's getting some kind of indirect, I mean it's just like softer lighting over on this corner, I guess. Okay, and then I have my Philodendron Brazil. As you can see here, this is a plant that I'm very into right now, very excited about, and I'm just, oh shoot, my power just went out. Okay then. Ollie, the power went out, bugger. Okay, you guys, I am back. It is the next day. I lost power for a few hours. It was dark when I came back on yesterday, so we are finishing this off today. I think that I was, ooh, this could use a water. I think that I was just at my Philodendron Brazil when I got cut off. But yeah, basically it's doing really well here. I kind of rotate it when I water it, so each side can get this amazing light here. But it's doing amazing. Like, I have so much growth. It's so wild. Once this grows a little more, I'll probably do a whole video on it and an update. I would love to see it climb a little bit on the pole, and then I'll be talking about that more. But yeah, doing amazing, loving the light. And then we have some of my succulent babies here, which are doing really well also. Again, I feel that having this grow light shining down on these has really saved these succulents. Look at my, what are you again, Stapelia? My Stapelia has a whole new branch there, which is really exciting. I would love to see it bloom one day. That would just be so cool. And then there's that little guy down there doing really well. This one, 100% thought that I was gonna lose it, but it came back once I moved it under the light. Same with this one. They are hanging on, you guys. Same with this one. And then, like I said, my monkey tail babies. I thought that I was going to lose them, but I didn't. This monkey tail's growing, I already showed you. And then that is my mouse tail cactus, and I'm seeing a lot of new growth on the tips of this one, which is so cool. That's the nice thing about having grow lights, is that you still get to watch your plants grow throughout the fall and winter, which is just so amazing. I love that. Look at my philodendron squamiferum. It has a new leaf coming in, and this is only a propagation, you guys. I do have a couple of roots going on in there, but yeah, I can't believe that it's giving me this new leaf. That is just so cool. So it's obviously really happy. My Ripsalis paradoxa is giving me this cute new growth right at the top here. I love that, and I love the way new growth looks coming in on this plant. So cute. This is my Begonia Linda Dawn back here. Some propagations, those probably need to be potted up. There's quite a few roots in there. And then going back here, this is something that I really love about my setup, because these plants are getting light from the top, but they're also getting light all down the vines from the light that's inside the cabinet. So yeah, I just really love that, because then I'm not going to be as prone to getting like that really tiny growth on the ends. So those guys have been absolutely thriving. That's my string of needles and my string of spades. And then my Cebu Blue, I recently potted a bunch of propagations into this pot, so I'm just kind of waiting for those to establish, but so far so good. Can't wait to have a nice full pot of this guy one day. And then I think that that is everybody for on the top. So yeah, I honestly couldn't be happier with this setup. Like, I just feel like there are so many possibilities for me to arrange plants on top of this cabinet, and that light helps out so much. So love that. Let's move down into the cabinet here, my friends. Okay, so I think that the first thing I want to show you inside this cabinet is just the light and what it looks like. Now, I cannot emphasize like how sleek this light looks in this cabinet. It honestly looks like it was made specifically for this cabinet. I don't have great wire or cord management. I didn't drill a hole in the bottom like I did with my other Mills bow. I don't have a drill or hole saw, so I might do that in the future, but just ignore, like, I know the cord looks a little sloppy, but you can definitely make it look a lot better, and I probably will in the future. I just am not equipped right now. Anyways, I'm actually going to turn it off and show you what it looks like. So I have this little switch. Okay, you can't even really see, but it blends in with the top of this cabinet so well. Like, I love that it's just like this sleek black. It looks so good, and I just have it mounted like in front of, there's this middle piece in the Mills bow, and I just have it mounted in front of that. It's been working really well. Amazing. All of my plants get really awesome even lighting. And I love that it doesn't really hang down. Like, if you look at the cabinet straight on, you can hardly even see the light there. Like, it just looks so clean and seamless. I love it. That's why I said I would love to get these lights in my other cabinet as well, but one day, one day. Okay, I'll turn it back on so I can show you the plants. Okay, I will start over on this side. So first one right in front of me is my Philodendron tortum, which has been doing so well. You guys have seen this plant a lot recently. It is just about to put out a new leaf. I can tell by the way the growth points looking. It's looking real chubby. So yeah, I'm probably gonna see a leaf beginning to shoot out within the next couple of days. Very exciting. And then in front of that, I have my beautiful Begonia Botanicas 1, which gave me this lovely new leaf. This one was damaged in shipping, but this is the new leaf it gave me, and I love it so much. It's doing amazing. This is a Philodendron Bromarx Fantasy that I recently potted up, a little baby propagation, so I don't really have much to say about that. That's just been in here for a few days. Now back here is my Hoya Mathilde, who is very happy. She keeps giving me the cutest little new growth. Look at that right there. Those little leaves. See if it'll focus. Can you see that? There we go. Look at how cute those little leaves are. I love that so much. Yeah, she's doing really well. My Syngonium erythrophyllum, still trying to put out a growth point. I'm not going to move it, but it's doing fine back there. And then this is some exciting stuff, you guys. Okay, my Florida Beauty, oh my goodness, you guys know she is my pride and joy, and she started pushing out a new leaf like very soon after I installed this light, so she's very happy. And look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's a half moon. It's still like very delicate. It just unfurled a couple of days ago, but look at that. Oh, it's so nice, and I'm so happy to see this because she has given me 3 like fully variegated leaves, and I was really worried that that one was going to be the same, but no, it's half moon, it's perfect. I cannot ask for anything more. And the way that Philodendron Florida Beauty puts out its leaves is they come out very green and they fade to whatever color they're going to be. So this is basically how that leaf, or even this one, looked when it first came out, and then this is going to fade to probably like a very cream color. Yeah, so I'm so excited to watch that, and yeah, it's just been so happy, and it makes me so happy, so yeah. Next to her is my Philodendron gloriosum. She is just chillin', nothing crazy to report with her. She was repotted not long ago, so she's probably just establishing herself in here. And then right in the front here, this is my, oh, look at this leaf. This is my Melanochrysum propagations, actually. I potted up a whole bunch of propagations a couple weeks ago. I'm doing a whole video about it, so you'll see that. But it's been doing so well. They are just taking off. I have new leaves everywhere. I'm so stoked about it. Yeah, so love that. Also another little baby one in the front here. This is a Philodendron Bro Marx propagation that I potted up the other day. So cute. It's actually supposed to be the variegated one, so we'll see if I get a variegated leaf next. And then right here is my Monstera Standaliana, which I recently put on a moss pole. These tend to just grow wild with their runners, so yeah, which she is. She just keeps pushing out runners. I need to pin her down again, but I'm hoping that she will root in here and give me a nice leaf sometime soon. Okay, so behind her is my Philodendron Painted Lady, which you guys have seen a lot recently as well. Look at this newest, oh my gosh. That is like the nicest variegation she's ever had. Look at how yellow that is. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Wow, that is so pretty. Okay, so that is her newest leaf that she put out not long ago. She's working on another one. She's just doing the most, you guys. She is so happy in here. Yeah, I cannot believe that variegation. That is just stunning. And then next to her is my Meterium Medium Silver, which is actually doing well. I'm so excited to see this one grow, you guys. I posted recently that I broke off the growth point on this one, so I didn't think I was gonna get a leaf, but sure enough, it's giving me a leaf. Would you look at that? The tip is broken off, but I still can't wait to see it. Yeah, it's just doing amazing, and I have another one coming out there too. I just cannot believe how much growth is happening in here. I also have a new leaf on my Hoya obovata. This plant had not given me a new leaf in so long, so I was so excited to see that. Oh my goodness, it even has the beginnings of another one right there. That is so cool. I think it's thirsty too, and well, it's not bad actually. But yeah, was so happy to see that new leaf. And then squished in here is my what are you? Anthurium viridifolium. This has given me 2 new leaves since it's been under this light. Which was the first one? I think this one is the last leaf that it gave me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then there's a little tiny baby one coming in right there. Do you see that? Like, how cool is that? I cannot wait to see that. Doing amazing. And then I guess the last one that I'm going to talk about. And oh, I forgot to talk about my Darth. It's not doing well. I actually just put it in a couple of days ago, so I can't really give any updates on how it's doing in here, but it's not doing well, basically. I've basically put it in here as a rescue mission, so I'll have to update you guys on that in a different video. But the last one that I'm going to talk about is my Philodendron mexicanum, which I put in here a few days ago as a freshly potted propagation, and so far it's doing really well. There's even the hints of a new leaf right there, which is very exciting. Cannot wait to see this one grow. Yeah, so long story short, these are all doing so awesome. I cannot wait to give you guys more updates also. And what's nice also is that the light kind of extends to outside the cabinet. So my Philodendron subhastatum is out here and it's getting light from that grow light in there as well. And look at that, it has a new leaf that's just starting right there. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys how I'm using the other two PlantSpectrum grow lights that I have. And this is the PlantSpectrum 16 that I showed you that I have on my desk here. So I have it right in front of my Philodendron gloriosum. As you can see, she is really leaning towards, oops, there goes my candle. She is really leaning towards this light, as you can see. I keep checking, just waiting for that growth point to do something. It looks like it's just about to. And that will be so exciting when this girl gives me a new leaf. And then I moved my Begonia Brazilian lady to be in front of this grow light as well, because she was not doing well at my dark windowsill, you guys. She, as you can see, she's lost like all those leaves. But since I moved her here, she has given me these two leaves, which is a good sign. So I'm hoping that she'll pull through. I really don't want to lose this plant. She's definitely doing better here, so that's good. And then I did also pull my red vein maranta down from the window as well. I just figured, you know, especially over the winter, it'll just be nice to be able to keep her here where she can get some reliable light, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really happy that I can just have a few plants on my desk. I could probably put more there, to be honest with you, and I might. But yeah, it's really nice to just be able to have some greenery on my desk. It's very messy, okay? I don't want to show you the whole situation, but yeah, I've really been enjoying that. Once I get some shelves up on my wall, which hopefully I'll get that done soon. I've been saying that forever. I just, I don't have a drill or anything, so I need to, you know, figure that out. But once I have shelves on my wall, I was thinking of using this on my shelves, so we'll see. I might be moving this around, but that is the beauty of it. I can move it and use it however I like in many different ways. And then I will show you the last one, which is another PlantSpectrum 32. Okay, so this is the last one that I have to show you, and as you can see, it is spoiling my beautiful Monstera albo, of course. Of course, I had to give her her own little setup here. This light is basically the same height as her as well, so it's perfect. And I also have it pointed so that it's kind of getting the rest of my favorites some light as well. I really wanted to give my silver sword a little bit of extra light, so it's kind of getting some light from this one too. But I'll be honest, it's mostly pointed at my Monstera albo here. This Monstera has been absolutely loving it. She is doing so well. Look at how pretty she is, you guys. Like, I cannot believe how much this plant has grown compared to the tiny cutting it was when I first got it. So this is her newest leaf that she has put out within the past month. It is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. The variegation is so perfect. And you guys, like, it literally feels like it's not even going to be that long before I get another leaf. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's got quite the bump forming there, which is amazing. So yeah, I do have it quite close, but I haven't really noticed any ill effects from that. Like, she seems to just be absolutely loving it, so I've just been leaving it the way it is. Mother actually does have a lot of resources on their website and their app. They have a whole library of plants, and they have specific suggestions for how far away you should keep the lights from your plants and how many hours you should run the lights for, which is really handy. for me, since I'm pretty experienced, I just kind of go off of what I think is best. So I guess that's a good thing to talk about as well. I run these lights for about 12 hours a day, and that seems to work really well for my plants, seems to work really well for me. But yeah, honestly, everybody seems to be enjoying this. Look at my Billietier. He is like curved towards the light there. It's amazing. And since the LED strip goes all the way down to the bottom, my propagation box is actually getting quite a bit of light as well. Ooh, I just spotted some new growth in there. Exciting. I think that the plants at the bottom of this shelf have really been benefiting from it as well, because that's the only grow light that I have in here for this shelf, and it's quite far away from the bottom. So yeah, this has been super, super helpful. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I answered all of the questions that you have about my new setup and my new grow lights. Of course, all the models of the grow light you will be able to find in the description box down below. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will be in the comment section and I will do my best to answer you. Once again, thank you so much to Mother for partnering with me on this video. It has been an absolute pleasure and I am in love with my new setup. I will definitely be giving you guys more updates on how my plants are growing over the winter. And I will also be updating on my stories, so make sure to follow me on Instagram. I think that is it. Like I said, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!